I wrote a book about EverQuest, and you can go and back it on Kickstarter right now. Link in the description. Now, if you have been following this channel for a while, you might remember that the second video I did for Computer Gaming yesterday was an EverQuest retrospective, or documentary, if you will. And I went really deep into the development of the game, and that has been my most successful video to date. So I'd been wanting to do something like that for a long time. It's the reason I even made this channel. And once that I did, I was still thinking about how can I go deeper into this topic. So I pitched Boss Fight Books for a book about EverQuest, and it was accepted, and I started working on it a couple years ago, and I started going deeper and deeper into EverQuest. And the result is the book, which is now available on Kickstarter with a full release pending in the next few months. Now, I really wanted to go deep into the development of EverQuest. To do that, I had to do a bunch of interviews with people who worked on the game. And just if you will excuse me reading off my monitor here, some of the people I talked to include Jeff Butler, the former EverQuest producer who was there at launch. Also, Kevin McPherson, Bill Tross, Jeff Zatkins. They were all key developers on EverQuest's original release and had huge influence and contribution on the systems and world building. I also talked to Ryan Barker, Michelle Butler, Brian Canary, Sean Lord. He's currently working on Monsters and Memories, a retro style MMORPG you might have heard of, and if you have not, you should go check that out. Also Travis McGeethy, and Rice Schuler. And then also, I talked to Jennifer Chan about the modern EverQuest incarnation. She is the head of studio at Dark Paul Games, in case you did not know. And she's currently in charge of EverQuest Live. And I wanted to get some of her perspective on getting the game, continuing the development of the game and releasing frequent expansions for a title that is now, 25 years old. Of course, this was 2024 was the 25th anniversary of EverQuest, so it is a very, very big year for the game. Now, this book is not about my experiences with EverQuest, but it is about the development of the game and then the impact of the game after it was released, which is why I've had so many interviews with developers on the game. But I also had even more interviews with people who had their lives influenced by the game in one way or another. Some of the topics I go into in this book include the economy that sprung up around EverQuest and how it was one of the first games where items and characters in the game had real money value and the impact that had on players and also the lives of some of the people who played EverQuest and even tried and in some cases succeeded, at least for a while, in making it into a business. Another topic I dig into is that of game addiction, which was a big controversy around the release of EverQuest. There were, in fact, reports on national news and TV news about some tragic outcomes for some players of EverQuest. There was also reporting about some of the positive aspects. The EQ fanfares, remember those? They were a big deal for a lot of players, thousands of players who came to these. They met friends. Some people even got married. And so the release of EverQuest really had a big impact on the personal lives of some of the players, and I wanted to dig into that some more, and that is in one of the chapters of the book. Another topic I dig into is the legacy of EverQuest in the modern day. As I mentioned, I speak with Jennifer Chan of Dark Paul Games about how that studio is working on the game today and keeping it up to date. And then I also talk about the game emulation efforts, Project 1999, Project Quorum, other emulation efforts like that. EverQuest has a really active emulation scene, which is unusual for an MMORPG. Many of these games don't have an emulation scene. There are some, like, say, The Lord of the Rings Online or Brad McQuaid's later MMORPG, Vanguard, which never have gotten an active playable emulator, which means that if those servers go dark, as they did with the in the case of Vanguard, then those games are just gone forever. And I think that is a very interesting topic, and I wanted to dig into that in the book. Now, that's not everything that's in it, of course. It's wanted to just tease a little bit about what's in there. But this is really, I approached this as a history book and looking at it from a historical perspective, the broader influence of EverQuest. I didn't want to talk about my experiences in the game, which are, you had your own experiences, I had my own experiences. This game means a lot to a lot of people, but I wanted to actually sort of express the way it influenced not just the players of EverQuest, but gaming culture and popular culture more broadly. And that is really what I wanted to take a look at in this book. So it is available on Kickstarter right now. You can go and pledge. Again, link in the description. And also there will be an ebook and a physical release in a few months. I'll provide an update about that when that becomes available. I'm going to reshoot and re-upload my video on EverQuest. The original video is fine, but I've learned some things since then about video editing. And in addition to that, I've learned some things about EverQuest itself. The original video is not like inaccurate, but there's new details and new perspectives that have kind of shifted a little bit of the narrative of the retelling of how EverQuest was developed. And so I wanted to reshoot that video and upload a new version of it. So you can look for that in the next few months. Also have a few more videos that sort of look into some specific things about EverQuest. As well as I think I'm going to do a few newbie guides, because I'd like to make it a little bit easier for complete new players to check out the game if they decide that they want to. So anyway, that is it for me for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.